Good morning, students. This is the subject of value education. So, let's start today our second lesson, that is duties to our motherland. So, open the page number 8 of your value education book. Let's read the lesson and I'll explain you. The name India must arouse feelings of love and devotion in every Indian. So our India is called a big family or a joint family because of it is the seventh largest country in the world. Indian who loves his motherland, all Indians are children of Bharat Mata. Hence, we all are brothers and sisters. Growing up in this big home of ours requires love for one another, respect for elders, sacrifice of self interest, hard work, sincerity, and truthfulness. That is, as we are living in a big home, we have to do many adjustments to make our life easy, happy, to have a fun, and make a life worth living for all. We should not be selfish and we should live life for others also. Very often, adjustments have to be made to make life worth living for all. Sometimes people have to fight for their genuine rights. Political parties, trade unions, students' union, and many associations resort to meetings, rallies, protest, etc., to express the urgency of their demands to get their demands fulfilled or sanctioned by the government. Sometimes the social workers organize awareness programs to make poor and illiterate people aware of their rights and duties. Illiterate meaning is the people who don't know to read and write. Every Indian has the right to get the food to eat, water to drink, clothes to wear, a house to live in, right to education, as well as medical treatment. These are all the facilities provided to the people. Constructions of roads and many other public utility services are taken up by the government for the welfare of the people, like postal delivery service, electricity, natural gas, water, waste disposal, sewage treatment, telephone, public transport, cable TV, sanitization, etc. are taken up by the government for the welfare of the people. But often these privileges do not reach the common man because of the carelessness and the lack of concern on the part of some officers. Rights and duties go hand in hand. The right of one person becomes a duty of other persons. If I have right to live, it is a duty of others to let me live peacefully. Right and duties both are equal and hand in hand together. If you have a duty means you have a equal right. The right of one person becomes a duty of the other person. If I have the right to live it, it is the duty of others to let me live peacefully. For example, if you have a right to education, then it is the duty of your parents to give you education. So your right becomes their duty. Every citizen expects his country to give him protection. So it is the duty of the state to give him protection. So the meaning of a protection is, in the same way, every citizen expects his country to give him protection. So getting protection is the right of every Indian citizen. So it is a duty of the state or the government to give him the protection. Thus, as a good citizen, it becomes my duty to respect and honor the national symbols, to work for the unity and the prosperity of my country, to defend the honor of the nation at all the cost, and to love all men and brothers and sisters. John F. Kennedy, during his first speech as the President of United States of America, said to his fellow citizens, "Ask not what the country can do for you, but ask what you can do for the country." Great men and women of the country who laid down their lives for its freedom and prosperity taught us this lesson through their lives. That is, even the great men and women of our country who sacrificed their lives for the development and the freedom of our country taught us the same lesson, that is what we should give to our country, not what the country can do for us. They sacrificed their lives selflessly and asked nothing in return. That is, they sacrificed their lives selflessly and asked for nothing in return because they have sacrificed their lives without any returns. We are fortunate to born in this country of Vedas. The Vedas are the ancient scriptures of India. Many saints, poets, and writers were born here, and they became the source of intellectual and spiritual knowledge to the whole world. India today is a gift from our forefathers. India of tomorrow will become what we make it now for the future generations. Let us give them the best. Let us do our duty and work for the progress of the nation. The meaning of these 4 lines is, today's India is a gift to us from our ancestors or forefathers. India of tomorrow, what we make it now, will be the gift for our future generations. So let us give our best to our next generations. For that, let us do our duty properly and work for the progress and development or prosperity of our nation. So children, we should not only think of the rights, but we should think of our duties to do in a better way. So with this explanation of the lesson is done, read this lesson twice or thrice carefully and go through it. Thank you.